Anime is a style of Japanese animation that has become so popular throughout the years, causing everyone to become interested in the Japanese animation sensation, leading to Americanized versions of this animation form, conventions, video games, manga, as well as even card games. In this video, I am going to be talking about the history of anime, how it got us to where we are today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. The first animated film in Japan, and therefore the first anime, was probably released in 1916 or 1917 by Shimokawa Uten, made with chalk and less than 5 minutes long. It was become known as Dakobo Shingacho Milan no Shippai, Dakobo's New Picture Book. Later on, however, we know that anime became known for its lively color, animated faces, and exaggerated expressions. During World War II, cell characters in Japanese comics became known as manhua, in which there were political cartoons referencing the ongoing current events in Japan. These animation styles of cell characters became a form of political commentary in the world events going on. In this way, anime gained funds as it became a form of propaganda, as Japan became the powerhouse that it's known as today. After the war, we began to see anime titles that even casual anime fans may recognize. In the 1950s, a film company known as Toei began production on Hakujaden, The Tale of the White Serpent. In 1958, it came out with a runtime of 78 minutes, the first full-feature anime film. Prior to 1958, if you wanted to see anime, you had to go to a theater, or have someone who had access to reels. TV changed all of this in the 1960s with Mogura no Adventure and Mitsuno Hashinashi, which was created as an ongoing series with 10 minutes of fantasy tales. And it would make the journey to the United States the following year, where it became popular on American television. After anime series such as Astro Boy and others became popular on American television, real success started to gain traction as Hayao Miyazaki began creating an anime series titled Alps no Shoujo Heidi, or in America, Heidi, Girl of the Alps. It was instantly popular, and if you recognize Miyazaki's name, that's because he was recognized later for a Best Animated Film, which we will discuss. Although Gundam Wing was released in 1979, it gained even more traction in the 1980s, which were known as the Golden Age of anime. During this time, anime began to see commercial success with toys, games, and the like. The iconic Gundam Wing robot figure was a model that people began to construct in their own homes. The biggest news of 1984 was Kazi no Tani no Nausicaa, or Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind in America. It was produced by Aizo Takahata and written by Hayao Miyazaki, the talented guy who worked on Heidi. This was the first film of what would become the prestigious Studio Ghibli. That same year, 1984, the university students who were behind the film established the studio and became what it is known today. In 1986, however, a television show came out animated by Toei and Akira Toriyama's Dragon Ball. The show proved incredibly popular, and if you've ever watched a shonen series, which is a series that's targeted at young 6 to 15-year-old boys, the creator probably watched this TV show. Its popularity rivaled that of Miyazaki. As anime sources were expanding to books, mangas, and novels, one of the greatest mediums you could ever overlook is the Akira film in 1988. It had a lot of money and a big budget, and it was fluid in its animation. Akira was the first anime to use pre-recorded dialogue, in which the dialogue is recorded and the animators match the mouth movements to the sound instead of the much cheaper other way around. For years after, it was the animated choice to show how great an animated film could look. Japan's economy crashed in 1991, but even in the recession, anime and entertainment was always popular. Studio Ghibli weathered the storm with film, but TV continued to be fertile ground for funding. And Toei released Sailor Moon in 1992, the same people that came out with Dragon Ball. And again, it was a huge commercial success. We couldn't talk about commercial success if we didn't talk about the 1997 release of a little thing called Pokemon. When it came to America, Pokemon became a worldwide sensation that to this day remains very popular, and it remains also to this day as the most profitable series of all time. With the economy coming back to full fruition, Pokemon cards took the world by storm as well. The anime, the video game, and the trading card game were all thriving. By this time, anime was in full force. It became a reason to buy toys, plushies, trading card games, booster packs, video games, and so much more. Anime became a medium for all mediums. Cowboy Bebop became a television show that began airing on Cartoon Network, and instead of showing the classic old cartoons such as Looney Tunes and the Hanna-Barbera series, people became more interested in anime, and it fueled a thing called Adult Swim, in which the classic cartoons of old were becoming more obsolete. Cartoon Network had to form another channel called Boomerang. The anime craze didn't stop there, though. In the late 90s and early 2000s, anime was flourishing. Series like One Piece in 1999, Naruto in 2002, and Bleach in 2004 cross-promoted manga sales, movies, video games, and merchandise with really no end to their run to the site. In 2002, Hayao Miyazaki, the writer of Heidi and of Nausicaa, The Valley of the Wind, took home an Oscar for the best animated film, known as Spirited Away. Anime was not just becoming recognized as a popular television series, but was becoming recognized by the Academy as a form of art. Anime today remains a very successful form of media, including its influences in video games, toys, merchandise, manga, and even card games. Weiss Schwarz is a card game that anime fans love because it really incorporates every single anime into a card game, and it has world championships which are played yearly in Japan. To this day, anime is a reason for people and friends to unite all over the world in their love for animated films. So tell me, what's your favorite anime? I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I look forward to hearing from you guys soon. Thanks for watching.